channel. I want to make a quick and short video for making this card again. This is from my Memories of a Snowy Day album, and I got a request from one of my subscribers. She wanted to know exactly with measurements how I did this. So this, Roxanne, is for you, and we want to do this together. So for this card you need 3 papers. I use my A4 papers, European A4, and the measurements for this is 8 1/4 by 11/16 about. Okay, you need 3 papers. So we're starting with the first paper and with this template. So lay your papers in landscape, and we have to measure first this line, the cutting line. So we measure a 3/4 on both sides, 3/4, and to get a straight line I do this here also, 3/4 and 3/4. I draw here a line. This is later on the cutting line for this part, this one here. Draw a line, both sides. So the next, what we will do is we need the middle of our page. I do this very easily. I make here a little mark on both sides. This is my middle, and I make a mark for my middle. This will be later on this score line. So the next score lines, we need here on both sides this 1 inch space. So I measure 1 inch on each side, 1 inch, and I do this because I'm not good in finding the grooves when I haven't my marks on the ends, on the corners. So I make here my 1 inch mark, and then we need another score line. It is this one, this one is later on here, these space, this one, and there we have to measure from these 1 inch mark 5/8. Where's my 5/8? There it is, 5/8. Do this also here, 5/8, and again I have to do a mark for me also here on the ends. So we need 2 more score lines, and is this one, this little, and this little. And from there, for this, I measured from my middle 2 1/4, and I make a mark. Same on here. 2 1/4, make a mark. And we have to repeat this on the other side. So I turn this. I make a mark for my 1 inch. 1 inch. My 1 inch mark, 1 inch mark. My 5/8, 5/8, and my 5/8 mark. So then we need these 2 1/4 from the middle, 2 1/4 from the middle, 2 1/4. So that's all in measuring. Then we need our scoreboard. And I need my tool. I'm starting with the middle, and I have here marked a line in any groove. It's not necessary that this is especially the 7.5. I made somewhere, I marked this groove, so this is easier for me to do some steps in one. The first line I will score is my middle. This one goes all the way down. Then I have my 2 1/4 inch mark, this one, this here, and I score this one to my later on cutting line. And I do this here on the bottom also, only to this cutting line. So the next score line will be here, these 5/8 and this 1 inch mark. And this I have to score from the cutting line inside or between these 2 cutting lines, from one to the other. And I do this here again, from one cutting line to the other cutting line, and we repeat this on the other side. My 2 1/4, 2 1/4 to these cutting lines, and then we go to the other ones between these 2 cutting lines, number 1 and number 2. So this is for this one all what we have to score. Trying to bring this a little bit more up. I'm not sure if you can see this. Here you can see it's a little, it's not so easy. So we have here our cutting line. Here is our cutting line. We have the score line in the middle. We have here on the top these two short score lines, also here on the bottom. And we have these two longer ones between our cutting line. And here also. The next, what I will do is I make here where the first score line meets my cutting line, I make here a poke a hole. It's something I do when I have to cut not through the papers all the way down. When I have to cut from point to point, I make this here also, where the paper, where the lines meet each other. So, and when you have your knife, you feel where you have to start and to stop. Especially when you try to have not your head in the camera. So then I cut here the first line, and the second line, we have to fold. We have to fold the inside piece like this, like you normally would fold a page. These two middle fold lines has to fold up, and this one has to fold down. This one has to fold down. So then these two score lines, one is to fold up. It was the other way, sorry. This one has to fold like this, and this one has to fold like this. So you have here these corner, this edge, you see? Same here on the other side. This one folds up, and this one down. So, and when we measure this one correctly, then everything fits nicely. So this is the first part, okay? So then we need the base for this pop-up card. This is again a A4 size paper. And for this, we measure a ½ inch on both sides, ½ inch, ½ inch, and I draw a help line, a guideline. Same on the other side. ½ inch, ½ inch, and a guideline. So We need only one score line, and this is the score line in the middle of our paper. So I make again here a mark, and I have to score all the way down. And this is our card base, this one. And then we can start to glue here our pop-up onto the base page. So, and for this, I have to clean my snozzle. So, and for this, you have to place your glue only on these U-shaped paper. So we put this. If my glue is awake, we can put this here on these part of the paper, and I place this. We have here these guideline, and I place this against my guideline, so I leave these 1/2 inch space, and I place this and I glue these part down. Same on the other side. I put the glue here. I'm not very precisely at the moment, sorry for that, but you have to. I put here these glue on, and again here is my guideline, and I place this on my guideline. So, and this is our pop-up card. Okay, you have to decorate all the way around and here on the middle parts. So, and what we need is this one, this little flap that holds later on the card inside of the pocket. I will show you this when I finished with the demonstration. So that means we need again one piece of paper, and we make a 1/2 inch hinge. And then we measure the perfect size for our flap. Would be here for my example. Then I cut this. And we glue this here on the corner from our base card. So, and that's it. You can round here your corners if you like. And this is the pop-up card from the last page of the album. This is to slide in the picture, the card into your pocket. This is this part. This is this part. And we have the inside. So, where is my album? Here it is. Last page. This is, yeah, it's a normal pocket. I'm not sure if you need these measurements also. I will give you this right now. This is fitting. It is, of course, a pocket that fits here on your paper. So measure your page and give on both sides a ½ inch plus, so for your hinges. And the height of these is a 6 inch. This is a 6 inch pocket in the heights. So this is what we made, and this part we slide in here in our pocket, and you can make here your closure with some magnetic you glued here on, and this is the magic. So I put this here inside, close this, and if you, it's a quick tip, if you want to do something like this more often, maybe in the same size, so make yourself a template like this, where you do all your marks for the score lines, and then you can lay this on a fresh paper, and you can make a mark, a mark, a mark, a mark, a mark, and so it's easier for doing more of these quicker. Hopefully you understand what I mean. And like I said, I am not a professional teacher, and I am very thankful for all your tips and what I can maybe do better, and I will try to do this in my next tutorials. So thank you for watching, and I hope, Roxanne, that you have now with this one no problems. And if you have any question, please be free and ask me. Okay, bye bye.